जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी।
गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवराधारी। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी। वल्लभा जय गिरिवराधारी। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना।
यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
यमुना तीरवनचारी
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tadochayam Udirayet Nashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gavravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Deshadharine Jayasti Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all. Today we are going to discuss the 8th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, praise of Kunti and how Parikshit Maharaj was saved by Lord Krishna. In the last chapter we have seen how Ashwatthama was punished by Arjuna. Ashwatthama killed 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi. Therefore, he was arrested by Arjuna and he was bound with a rope and brought to the camp of Pandavas. By seeing Ashwatthama in that situation, he was bound with a rope like an animal. By seeing his condition, Draupadi felt very much compassion. Immediately she told Arjuna, please release him. Although he was deserved to be killed for his heinous act, nevertheless he was forgiven by Draupadi and Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj was embodiment of forgiveness. He always want to forgive wrongdoers because he is the exalted devotee of Lord Krishna. Because devotees generally never take revenge against anybody. But Krishna wanted Arjuna to punish Ashwatthama. Yudhishthira Maharaj did not want Ashwatthama to be punished. So Krishna gave the equivocal order. Understanding the instruction of the Lord, Arjuna shaved the head of Ashwatthama and removed a jewel from his forehead, and he was driven out of the camp of the Pandavas. So humiliating Brahmana is as good as killing him or not killing him. After this incident, Pandavas performed ritual for the dead relatives. They went to bank of Ganges. They took bath. They offered water to all the family members, relatives, dead relatives and friends who died in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. After this, Yudhishthira Maharaja and along with his brothers, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, Draupadi, all of them are lamenting for the loss of all the family members in the battlefield. This all things happened due to Duryodhana. Duryodhana cunningly cheated Pandavas and took away the kingdom. And by the mercy of Krishna, Pandavas got back the kingdom. Although Yudhishthira Maharaj got back his kingdom, still he was not happy. He was lamenting. He was lamenting for the loss of many lakhs of people due to this war. It is said in the Mahabharata, many lakhs of people were killed on the battlefield. Yudhishthira was lamenting, was filled with grief. Vyasadeva advised Yudhishthira Maharaj, my dear Yudhishthira, please do not lament. By performing one's prescribed duty, one does not become sinful. If a Kshatriya kills a people on the battlefield, it's not sinful because he's doing his religious principle, religious activity. He's fighting for the right cause, therefore he can kill. There is no sin involved in killing, in such killing. On the other hand, if the king does not give protection to the citizens, it becomes sinful. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, one who's not motivated by the false ego, even if he kills people in the world, is not the killer. Just like a military person, he kills people on the order of his commander. Such killing is not considered to be sinful. Similarly, a Kshatriya can kill a people. That is not sinful. Therefore, Vyasadeva says, please do not lament. You give protection to the citizens. Now you are a king. You should assume your religious duties. Now people, if the Kshatriya does not give protection to the citizens, king does not give protection to the citizens, then citizens will be exploited by rooks and thieves. Therefore, a king has to undergo suffering because of not giving protection to the citizens. By protecting citizens, my dear Yudhishthira will become free from all the contamination that you may have incurred during the battle. Still, if you think you are contaminated, then you can perform Ashwamedha sacrifice, Ashwamedha yajna. That is a specific method for a Kshatriya. By performing the sacrifice, one can atone for all kinds of sinful activities, including killing of Brahmana. Generally, Kshatriya invariably has to kill people. Therefore, it is recommended for them to perform Ashwamedha yajna. By performing, that is a specific method for atoning for all kinds of sinful reaction, including killing of Brahmanas. Thus, with the help of Lord Krishna, Yudhishthira Maharaj performed 3 Ashwamedha yajna. Thus, his virtuous fame started being glorified in all planets, just like of Indra. Indra also performed 100 Ashwamedha yajna. It's called Shatakratav, because he performed 100 Ashwamedha yajna. After this, Krishna came from Dwaraka to support Pandavas. Now, he want to establish the proper kingdom. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj now won the war. Now, Krishna want to go back to his Dwaraka. So, he sat on the chariot and invited Pandavas and informed Pandavas, I am ready to go to Dwaraka. So, at the time, many Brahmanas, headed by Vyasadeva, came and worshipped the Lord. Although Kshatriya was not worshipable, Kshatriya was not worshipable by Brahmanas. Nevertheless, the Brahmanas knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, they worshipped. Krishna also reciprocated similar kind of offer. He also offered respect to Brahmanas. He did not deviate from his duty. It's a duty of a Kshatriya to offer due respect to a Brahmana. Although Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nevertheless, he offered respect to Brahmanas to educate people in general. When Krishna was about to go to Dwaraka, at the time, Uttara, wife of Abhimanyu, she was pregnant at the time. Abhimanyu died in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And she started crying. She was coming towards Lord Krishna. Oh Krishna, please protect me. Oh Lord of the Lord, please protect me. I don't have any other shelter other than you. I see there is a fiery iron arrows approaching towards me to kill me. I don't mind to die. If you wish, let the arrows can burn me to ashes, but not my embryo. Not my embryo. It should not be aborted. Please kindly do this favor. Uttara is ready to die, but she wants to protect a devotee who is within her womb. Therefore, she is requesting, Lord, please protect my child who is within my womb. After hearing from Uttara, Krishna could understand the act of Ashwatthama. For Ashwatthama, because he was humiliated by Pandavas, he wanted to kill all the Pandavas and the lost life of the Kuru dynasty. That is Parikshit Maharaj, who was within the womb of Uttara. Therefore, he threw the weapon of Brahmastra. Now, Brahmastra is coming towards Pandavas to kill Pandavas and kill Parikshit Maharaj, who was within the womb of Uttara. Krishna could understand this. Pandavas also, they don't know what to do. They immediately took up the weapon. They took up their weapon to try to counteract. But time was very less. But immediately Krishna took up his personal weapon, Sudarshan Chakra, to protect his unalloyed devotees, Pandavas. This Brahmastra is more dangerous than a nuclear weapon, atomic bomb. Why? Because it can produce enormous heat and radiation. If the Brahmastra is released without any aim, it can destroy the entire universe. It can destroy the entire universe. That is, so much heat it can produce. But the advantage of Brahmastra, it will not kill innocent people. It will not harm any innocent people. It will only proceed to the targeted person. Whereas the nuclear bomb, when it's thrown, it kills so many innocent people. Whereas the Brahmastra, it did not kill anybody. In that sense, the Brahmastra is more dangerous. Why? In one sense, for example, nuclear bomb, a person can protect himself. He can go and hide somewhere underneath the ground, or somewhere he can go. The nuclear bomb cannot detect the person. Whereas the Brahmastra, even one is in the hiding in the lower planet or in the palace protected by iron walls, but the Brahmastra can pierce through all the things and go on to attack the person, kill the person. Therefore, the Brahmastra is more dangerous. So when the Brahmastra was coming to kill the Pandavas, they have no time to counteract the weapon because the Brahmastra is very, very powerful. It cannot be counteracted in general. So Krishna could understand the situation of his devotees. Immediately he took his Sudarshan Chakra. Although he has taken a vow that he will not take weapon, nevertheless he took the Sudarshan weapon, Sudarshan Chakra, to protect his unalloyed devotees. Because they did not know anyone other than Krishna. Even when Ambarish Maharaj, when Durvasa Muni came, Durvasa Muni was offended by Ambarisha. That's what he was thinking, Durvasa, because without his permission he took the water. Therefore he created a demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj did not do anything. He was unafraid. Doesn't matter. If Krishna wants to kill me, let him kill. He wants to protect me, let him protect. He was undisturbed. Nevertheless, Krishna could not tolerate. Immediately he sent the Sudarshan Chakra, burned the demon to ashes, then started chasing Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni went to different planet, but Sudarshan Chakra started following. Finally he went to Brahmaloka. Brahma said, sorry, I cannot help you. Then he went to Shivaloka. Shiva said, sorry, I cannot help you. None of us have got the power to counteract this Sudarshan Chakra. Better you go to Vishnu. Only he can protect you. So Durvasa Muni went to the abode of Lord Vishnu and fell at the feet of Lord Vishnu and prayed to Lord Vishnu. And oh Lord, please protect me. I offended your unalloyed devotee. Please protect me. The Sudarshan Chakra is chasing me wherever I go. Lord said, Vishnu, my dear Durvasa, I am sorry. I am helpless. I am not at all independent. I am completely controlled by my devotees. Why? Because my devotees, they always absorbed in my service. They do not know anything. They give up their family, children, everything for the sake of serving me. They don't want even 5 kinds of liberation. But they want to be absorbed in my service. Just like a chaste woman. Bring their husband under their control by sincere service. Similarly, my devotees, bring me under their control by unalloyed loving service. Sadhu hrudayamayam sadhunam hrudayam tvaham madanyatena jayanti naham tebhyo managapi. I am always in the core of my devotee's heart. They are always in the core of my heart. My devotees do not know anyone or anything other than me. I also do not know anyone or anything other than my devotees. The Pandavas, they don't know anyone other than Lord Krishna. They were completely dependent upon the Lord. Sadhavo Hridayamaya means Lord's feeling is like a feelings of father for his son. Lord's feeling for this devotee is like a feelings of father for his son. If something happens to a son, father cannot tolerate. Father is ready to sacrifice anything for the sake of protecting his son. Similarly, when Krishna saw there is a danger for his devotees, he broke his promise, took up the Sudarshan Chakra to protect his devotees. And he wanted to remain a Bhakta Vatsala, protector of the devotees, then the so-called wealthy moralist who never breaks his vow. Krishna doesn't care for breaking his vow. Why? For him, the most important duty is to protect his devotees. Therefore, Krishna broke the vow and took up his Sudarshan Chakra to protect his unalloyed devotees like Pandavas. Because Pandavas, all the family members of Pandavas, they are completely dependent upon Lord Krishna's protection. Therefore, Krishna protected Pandavas and their family members in all situations. Although the Pandavas are great warriors, nevertheless they depend upon the Lord, 10%. Not that I am great. Arjuna never thought, okay, I am great person. I please Lord Shiva. I got all the weapons. I got Brahmastra, Pashubhadastra. I don't want to depend upon anyone. No, he never thought. All the Pandavas were expert. Nevertheless, they are 10% depend upon the Lord for his protection. Therefore, in general, Lord protects everyone. Lord protects everyone. But he especially protects devotees who completely take shelter of the Lord. 100% one who takes shelter of the Lord, Lord gives special protection to such kind of devotees because of their 100% faith in the Lord. Whatever faith we have got, Lord reciprocate accordingly. So Lord protected the Pandavas and he entered the womb of Uttara and neutralized the Brahmastra weapon released by Ashwatthama. Although this Brahmastra was very powerful, it cannot be counteracted. Nevertheless, it was neutralized by the energy of Lord Krishna. So Parikshit Maharaj was saved by Krishna. Then he was about to leave. At the time, Kunti Maharani and Pandavas, Draupadi, all of them came and thanked the Lord. At that time, Kunti Maharani offered wonderful prayers to Lord Krishna. Very beautiful prayers. Therefore, this chapter is called Prayers of Queen Kunti. The first verse that she offered is Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishvaram Prakartye Phalam Aksham Sarva Bhutana Antar Bhair Avastidam. Kunti said, my dear Lord, I offer my obeisance unto you. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam. You are the Adi Purusha. You are the original personality of Godhead. Prakriti, you are not affected by the material qualities. You are not affected by the qualities of the material nature. Alaksham Sarva Bhutana Antar Bhaira Vistadam. You are existing within and without of everything, yet you are invisible. Krishna is invisible. Krishna is the Adi Purusha. Brahma also said, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigra. Adi Radhir Govinda, Adi Govinda is the ultimate person, supreme person. So Kunti also acknowledged you are Adi Purusha. Then she offered next, Maya Jamanikachannu Ajnana Dokshasham Avyayam. Nalakshashe Mudo Drusha, Nato Natya, Edro, Nato Natya, Edo, Nato Natya, Daroyata. Maya Jamanikachannu. Krishna is beyond the range of sense perception. Is the beyond the range of sense perception. Krishna cannot be visible to the foolish people due to the curtain of deluding energy. Yoga Maya is not easily accessible, is covered, just like a player who dressed in different costumes in the theater is not recognized by the common people. He will have different kinds of costumes. Common people cannot understand who is a player. Similarly, when Krishna comes to the world, common people cannot understand that he is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Krishna comes to the world in the form of different personalities like Rama, Narsimha, Varaha, he performs wonderful activities. Superhuman activities. But yet foolish people cannot understand that is Supreme Lord. They think he is some powerful person. Just like Shishupala. Shishupala, when Krishna was being worshipped during the Rajasura sacrifice, Shishupala did not like Krishna's accepted the foremost personality in the assembly. Therefore, he blasted all the people, including Bhishma. And Bhishma got up and said that it is not only I accept Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, even the great personalities like Vyasa, Asita, Narada, Devala, all the people accepted Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He performed wonderful activities. Even in his childhood, he killed many demons. Putana, he killed demon Putana and lifted Gauranga hill at the age of 7. So, Yudhishthira Maharaja glorified Krishna's activities. But Shishupala, after hearing this, he could not tolerate. What you people are talking? Simply you are glorifying Krishna's insignificant activities. It's completely out of proportion. What if he has killed some duck called Bakasura? Bakasura's duck. What if he has killed some small duck called Bakasura? Why you are glorifying as if you have done something very significant achievement? What if he broke some dilapidated cart? Because Krishna, when he was put underneath the cart, just a kick on the cart broke down. Except the cart is anyway old. It naturally will break, not because Krishna kicked the cart fell down. And what if he lifted some anthill called Gauranga hill? What achievement that is? Simply he lifted some anthill called Gauranga hill. And he simply chastised some water snake called Kaliya. And he killed an innocent woman, Putana, who came to nursing. He killed a sinful person. And he killed his maternal uncle, Kamsa. He could not understand Krishna's glorious activities because he was envious. Those who are envious of the Lord cannot understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, what is that? The envious people deride the Lord. Avajananti maamuda manshum tanim asritam. The envious people deride Lord Krishna when he comes in his human form. They do not understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not only envious people, even the so-called, the scientists, materialists who completely depend upon the gross perception, senses, even they cannot understand Krishna. Why? They want to understand everything by experiment through these imperfect senses. Our senses are imperfect. With that imperfect senses, we cannot understand Krishna. Therefore, is beyond the range of limited sense perception. With sense perception, one cannot understand Krishna because our senses are defective. With this defective senses, we cannot understand Krishna's exalted position. The next Kunti Maharani acknowledged Krishna's protection of Pandavas. Vishanu Mahagneya Purushad Darshanat Asat Sabaya Vanavasa Kirchirata Mride Aneka Maharata Astrasto Drauni astraschasme arebi rakshata. Kunti says, my dear Lord Krishna, Vishanu Magnaya Purushadarsana, you constantly protected us from Visha, poisoned cake. Mahagni, the great fire. Purushadarsana, from vicious cannibals, man-eaters. Asat Sabha, vicious assembly. Vanavasa Krichrata, during our exile in the forest. Then Mride, Aneka Maharata Astrasto, even after that all the calamities during the Mahabharata war, great personalities like Bhishma, Drona, Maharathis, Karna, Ashwatthama, all Maharathis, you protected us. And finally, Drauni Astra, means son of Dronacharya, Ashwatthama's weapon, Brahmastra, finally saved us from this Brahmastra. Kunti is offering such a wonderful prayers, acknowledging Krishna's, how he protected Pandavas right from the beginning of their life. When they were children, Duryodhana was always envious of Bhima, even when they were children. Because Bhima was very powerful. Always would fight with, defeat all the sons of Dhritarashtra. Therefore, Duryodhana wanted to kill Bhima at any cost. Otherwise, it will be an obstacle in the future. Sometimes, sons of Dhritarashtra, the Duryodhana, all the brothers would climb when they were children, playing together. Pandavas and Kauravas, all of them would play. So when the children, so the sons of Dhritarashtra all will climb the tree. So Bhima will go and shake the tree, and all of them will fall from the tree and injure. So this Duryodhana was afraid of Bhima because of his powerful strength. Bhima was fond of eating a cake, a rice cake. So he mixed poison. He invited him for dinner and gave the poison cake. And after Bhima ate the cake, he fell unconscious. So he brought some of his friends and took him and put in the water. Somehow he happened to meet Varuna, and Varuna blessed him and gave the pot of nectar, and he drank the nectar and became very powerful. Like he got the strength of 10,000 elephant. So Krishna saved Bhima. Then Vishanu Mahagni, when Pandavas were sent to like a kind of palace which is made of wax, Duryodhana wanted to burn the Pandavas. So he requested father Dhritarashtra to send the Pandavas to a place in the palace so that they can enjoy for some time. So they took help of a person called Purochana, and he built the palace that was made of camphor and wax, all things, flammable materials. So he wanted to set fire to the palace when Pandavas were sleeping. But somehow, with help of Vidura, they escaped. That also Krishna protected. Vishanu Mahagneya Purushada Darshana. When Pandavas were in the forest, at the time, man-eaters called Hidimba, one demon, wanted to eat Pandavas. Krishna protected Pandavas from the demon. Asat Sabha, vicious assembly. When the Draupadi was lost in the game of dice, Karna asked Dusasana, bring Draupadi, let us see her naked. She is wife of 5 husbands. She is nothing but a prostitute. Whether prostitute wears a dress or doesn't wear a dress, let us see her naked beauty. So Draupadi was forcibly brought to the assembly, and Duryodhana ordered Dusasana, remove her sari, let us see her naked beauty. First she approached all the people, but none of them could give any solution. Finally she lifted her hand, Govinda, Damodara, Madhava, please protect my honor. The moment she surrendered unto Krishna, Krishna sent, although Krishna was in Dwaraka. Nevertheless, she uttered Krishna name. Krishna immediately appeared and provided unlimited sari to Draupadi. Thus, Draupadi was saved from the vicious assembly. Asat Sabaya Vanavasa Krichirata. Vanavasa, during Vanavasa, they underwent a lot of struggles. Even once Duryodhana sent Durvasa Muni, take all your disciples, go to Pandavas. Because he knew very well Pandavas cannot afford food to Durvasa Muni and along with his associates, 60,000 disciples. When he is not fed properly, he will curse. Duryodhana wanted that, so that Pandavas will be vanquished by the curse of this Brahmana. But the situation was very critical. Draupadi prayed, my dear Lord, please save us. We are in a dangerous situation. Immediately Krishna appeared and solved the problem. So this Durvasa Muni and all the disciples did not go to the Pandavas' house. They went. Then the great battles, the Mahabharata war, all the great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Ashwatthama, Duryodhana, all powerful warriors. But Pandavas cannot win. If they fight religiously, 100% Pandavas cannot win Kauravas because of Bhishma, Drona, or Karna. Krishna gave all the master plan how to kill these people illegally. Because Krishna wanted to protect Pandavas who are his unalloyed devotees. Therefore, he gave master plan on how to kill them religiously, not religiously. Of course, whatever Krishna does, all are perfect religion. Morally, it's not moral. For common people, it is not moral. But whatever Krishna does, it's all perfect. So then finally, Krishna helped. Krishna saved Parikshit Maharaj, who was within the womb of Uttara. So Kunti acknowledged all the protection given by Krishna to her sons and even Parikshit Maharaj. Then she offered Vipadashantu Tashashvat Tattara Tattara Jagadguru Bhavato Darshami Etyat Apunava Bhavadarsham. My dear Lord, I wish all the calamities that happened in the past, I wish again it should happen, so that I constantly remember you. By constantly remembering means one will not see the repeated birth and death. Generally, those who are distressed, pious people, those who are distressed, those who are needy, intelligent, inquisitive, they worship the Lord or begin to worship the Lord because they want something, because they are pious people, they approach the Lord. A pious person, if he's in danger, naturally he approaches the Lord because he does not know anyone who can give protection except the Lord. Lord protects. Lord protects even those pious people. Then what to speak of pure devotees? Therefore, Kunti is asking, let this calamity come on. Devotees always welcome the calamities, miseries. Why? When there is a misery, naturally they seek shelter of the Lord. They depend upon the Lord. They seek protection from the Lord. They don't want to escape from the miseries. They want more miseries. Why? They always think of the Lord. Thinking of the Lord means there is no question of repeated birth and death. Then Kunti offers next verse. Janmaishwara Shutrashibir Edamana Madapuma Naivarati Abitatuvai Twamakinchana Gocharam. Oh my dear Lord Krishna, Janmaishwara Shutrashibir Edamana Madapuma. You can be easily approached by devotees who doesn't have anything. On the other hand, those who are making progress, material progress, who are always expecting to take birth in the high parentage, good family, wealth and beauty, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta and Shri. They want education, they want beauty, they want wealth. Such kind of people cannot approach you with sincere feeling. So we can see in this world, those who are highly educated, reputable person, for example, the scientists or professors in the big institutes like Indian Institute of Science or Indian Institute of Technology, because of their knowledge of beauty and the position, wealth, they become mad. They become so much puffed up. They cannot approach the Lord with sincere feeling. If you go and ask them to chant Hare Krishna, they will not take it. On the other hand, the poor person, if you meet and ask them to chant Hare Krishna, they immediately chant Hare Krishna. Why? He can approach the Lord with a sincere feeling. On the other hand, those who have got all these things, intelligence, wealth, beauty, knowledge, they cannot approach the Lord with sincere feeling. We can see many times in temple, the rich people or educated people, they come, they do and go, that's all. Just for namesake, they come to temple, there is a God, but they do not worship the Lord with sincere feeling. Bhava is not there. Just as a ritual, they come, do like that and go, that's all. Why? Because of madness, due to power, wealth, intelligence. Because of that mada, they become puffed up. Therefore, they will not be able to approach the Lord with a sincere feeling. Therefore, this taking birth in the good parentage or wealth, Aishwarya, or this one, high education, beauty. These are the four things which are the disqualification for approaching the Lord. If one doesn't have these things, he can approach the Lord very easily. Lord is easily accessible. Namo kinchana vittaya nivarta gunavrittaya atma rama shantaya kaivalye pate nama. On the other hand, oh Lord, you are the property of the materially impoverished. You have nothing to do with the action and reaction of this material world. And you are self-sufficient, Atma Rama. You are the master of the monist. Krishna is the property of those who are materially impoverished. Those who do not have anything, they easily approach Krishna. It's very, very easy. Therefore, Kunti says, Akinchana Vitta. Akinchana Vittaya means one who does not possesses anything of the material thing, but possesses Krishna alone. That is the greatness of the devotees. That is qualification of devotee. One who does not possess anything of material, but possesses Krishna alone. A devotee should not anchor after the material possession, but possess Krishna. Krishna is only his property, nothing else. This is called Akinchana Vitta. Sometimes a devotees worship the Lord for asking something. Krishna thinks, this person is worshipping me and he wants something in return. It's not very intelligent. It's not very intelligent. He's a foolish person. He's asking me, he's worshipping me, but in return, he wants something in return. Why I should give him? Rather, whatever he has got, I'll take it. So we can see many times the worshipper of Lord Krishna are all beggars, or they don't have anything. The same question was raised by Parikshit Maharaj to Shukadeva Goswami. My dear Brahmana, Devasura Manisheshu Ebajanti Ashivam Shivam Prayaste Dhanina Boja Natu Lakshmiyapatim Hari. He says, King Rajovacha, Parikshit asked Shukadeva Goswami, Deva Asura Manisheshu, Deva, demigods, Asura, demons, Manisha, human beings, worship Lord Shiva. And they become wealthy and enjoy wealth and sense gratification. Lord Shiva is a very strict renunciant. He doesn't have even a house. He sits underneath a tree. He doesn't have proper cloth. He is strict renunciant. But they enjoy. The devotees who worship Lord Shiva, they become very wealthy. They enjoy sense gratification. Whereas the worshipper of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, who is Lakshmipati, who is the husband of goddess of fortune, they do not get anything like this. They do not enjoy. Therefore, I am puzzled. I want to know, I wish to understand because I am puzzled. the result attained by the devotees, the result attained by the devotees of the Lord of opposite nature, opposite character, because Krishna is Lakshmipati and Shiva is renunciant. But the worshipper of Shiva enjoys material opulence. Worshipper of Krishna, who is husband of Karchan, they do not get any property. They become beggar. The result attained by the worshipper of the two lords of opposite nature is totally, completely contrary to what we expect. We expect when we approach a rich person, we should get rich wealth. When we approach a beggar, we will not get anything. But here, contrary, the result is contrary. Worshipping Krishna, by worshipping Krishna, one become beggar, one become pauper. By worshipping a beggar, Shiva, he becomes super rich. So Parikshit Maharaj was confused. Therefore, he asked this question to Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami responded to Parikshit, yes, your question is right. The same question asked by your grandfather, Yudhishthira Maharaj, to Krishna. Yudhishthira Maharaj asked Krishna, my dear Lord, we are always depending upon you. We always depend upon you. Nevertheless, our kingdom is taken away. Our wife is insulted in the assembly. We were attempted to be burnt in a palace. Why all these things? Because they become practical beggar. They were begging in the forest. It's going here and there, taking something. Why? Such a exalted person, Yudhishthira Maharaj. He was a king. He performed a Rajasuya sacrifice. Pleased all the big personalities like Brahma, Shiva, everyone. But he became pauper. Why? So Krishna says, yes, it's my first business. Yasyam anugrami arishye tadanam shanai tadodanam tyachityasya swachana dukkha dukkitam. Krishna says, my dear Yudhishthira, if I favor anyone, it's my first duty to take away all this material possession, so that his friends and relatives abandon him. He will not be attached to anyone, he will be attached to me alone. Why? He becomes akinchana vitta. Once he is abandoned by his relatives, practically he becomes pauper. A pauper can completely depend upon me, easily approach me. Therefore, I take away the material possession. For example, even the great personalities like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and Raghunath Dasa Goswami, they were rich people, very super rich, because their minister, who Raghunath Dasa, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami were ministers, finance minister. Sanatana Goswami was a finance minister, revenue minister. Such a person, opulent post, he gave up everything for the sake of achieving something higher. In one sense, a living entity cannot be the true renouncer, because nothing belongs to us. When we were born, we brought nothing. When we die, we will take nothing. Therefore, we cannot claim that I renounced, just like a beggar goes to Vidhan Sauda. He says, I renounced Vidhan Sauda. It doesn't make any sense. It's a foolishness. When did he possess Vidhan Sauda to say that I renounced Vidhan Sauda? Goes and stands in the Phoenix building, near Phoenix building, and say, I renounced this building. It's a foolishness. Similarly, we cannot say, I renounced. The renunciation means giving up the desire to enjoy sense gratification. That's called real renunciation. Just like children, they may give up the childish activities for higher purpose. They want to go to school, study, get good marks so that they get good job. Similarly, servant. Many people will be working in some company. When they get a higher offer, they give up this job and go to next company who offers high package. Similarly, devotees, they also give up this family connections, all attachment, take up path of devotion service to make advancement in spiritual life. Like Raghunath Dasa Goswami, he was a son of a rich person, zamindar. His father's income was 12 lakh gold coin per month at that time, 500 years ago. Nevertheless, he gave up family. His wife was like as beautiful as Apsara. His house was like means the wealth and the opulence was like as good as King Indra. Nevertheless, he rejected both wealth and beautiful wife. Accepted the path of renunciation for higher purpose. Just like Sanatana Goswami. Once there was a Brahmana, he was worshipping a Lord, Shiva. He was a poor person, so he wanted to get his daughter married. He didn't have any money. So since he was a devotee of Lord Shiva, he prayed to Lord Shiva, give me some special blessings. So Lord Shiva appeared in his dream and told, please go and meet Sanatana Goswami. He will give the best thing to you. This Brahmana, means poor Brahmana, poverty-stricken Brahmana went to Sanatana Goswami and told, Lord Shiva appeared in my dream that you have got the best thing in your possession. Can you give that one? So Sanatana Goswami said, yes, go and see that garbage and open this and see that there's a touchstone. If you touch the touchstone, if you touch any iron, it will become gold. So the Brahmana got this touchstone. He was elated, excited, filled with happiness. Why? Because he can make as much as gold as he wanted using touchstone. He took the touchstone, happily returned home. After reaching the home, the Brahmana thought, if this is really highest benediction, highest thing, why Sanatana Goswami keeps this in the garbage? He must have something higher than this. So he came back and asked Sanatana Goswami, no, Lord Shiva told to get the highest thing from you. If you think this is the highest thing, why you are keeping the garbage? Then Sanatana Goswami asked, are you ready to accept the highest benediction? Yes, I have come for that only. Then go, take this touchstone, throw into the Ganges or Yamuna, come back. This person went and threw this touchstone into Yamuna water and came back. And Sanatana Goswami gave initiation, Hare Krishna Mahamudra, which is the highest benediction. The Brahmana felt happy, satisfied. He was not satisfied when he got this touchstone as much when he got this Harinama Diksha from pure devotee. When one come in contact with a pure devotee, naturally becomes Akinchana Vitta. Even when we see, when Prabhupada went to US, many people, rich people, they all gave up all the family connection because they came in touch with Prabhupada. Therefore, they could give up all the material possession. They can become Akinchana Vitta because only those people can approach the Lord with a sincere feeling. Next, Kunti Maharani says, oh my dear Lord, when you descend to this material world, you perform wonderful pastimes, which appears to be human, which are misleading. And you have no object of favor or object of envy. But people think, common people think that you are partial. Actually, Krishna is equal to all. He's not partial to anybody. He's not partial to anyone. His mercy is equally available to everyone. Just like rain. Rainwater is equally available to everyone. Similarly, sunlight. It's equally available to all the people. If one does not come out of the house and take advantage, that's his problem. Similarly, Krishna's mercy is available to all. Krishna says, Samam sarva bhuteshu named yashasti na priya. I am equal to all. I am equal to everyone. I am not envious of anybody, nor I am partial to anyone. Krishna not partial. Although Krishna appears to be partial, known to be partial for his devotees, but actually is not partial. Just like when Putana came to kill Krishna, Krishna sucked her milk and elevated Putana to his abode Golaka Vrindavana and gave the position of Mother Yashoda to Putana. You see, she came with intention to kill Krishna, but Krishna elevated. Therefore, Vidura, when he remembered this incident, he started crying, how can I take shelter of one more merciful Lord who granted the post of a mother to a she-demon Putana who came to kill Krishna, who was unfaithful and who wanted to kill Krishna. Nevertheless, Krishna elevated Putana to the post of Mother Yashoda, you see the qualities of Lord. Similarly, Shishupala, although he criticized Lord, insulted, humiliated Lord, and he was killed by the Sudarshana Chakra of Lord Krishna. Nevertheless, he attained the abode of the Lord. Similarly, many people who fought in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Mahabharata war, all the people who died on the battlefield, everyone got promoted to Vaikuntha Loka. How is it possible? Krishna's. So Krishna's killing of the demons is as auspicious as protecting the devotees, because Krishna is absolute. Krishna is absolute. Therefore, is not partial to anybody. Is not partial to anyone. Devotees, the unallied devotees, render devotional service unto Krishna. They don't want any benediction from the Lord. When Prahlad Maharaja was offered benediction by Narasimha because Prahlad Maharaja underwent so much torture by his father Hiranyakashipu. When Hiranyakashipu was killed, when Narasimha asked Prahlad, you underwent, because of being my devotee, you underwent many tribulation in your life. You suffered a lot. Now you take benediction. Prahlad Maharaja said, my dear Lord, I am not a merchant. I am not a business person. That a business person does render some service not to gain some return from other person. But I am not a mercantile person. Please don't induce me to take such kind of benediction from you. It's not fair on your part, asking me to take some material benediction because I have rendered service. I don't want anything. If at all you want to give benediction, please give me a benediction that I may always engage in the service of my Guru, Narada Muni. If at all you want to give benediction, please see that there is no material from the core of my heart. You give this benediction. You see the quality of devotee like Prahlad Maharaj. They don't want to take anything from the Lord. Rather, they want to only render pure, unalloyed devotional service unto the Lord. So Kunti was acknowledging all the things. Then she said, once, O mighty Lord Krishna, once you committed the offense, Mother Yashoda took a rope to tie, bind you, just to threaten you. And out of fear for Mother Yashoda's punishment, tears started flowing from your eyes. Although fear personified is afraid of you, yet you are afraid of your Mother Yashoda. Krishna, he displays his unique pastimes in this world. When he comes from the transcendental world, Golok Vrindavana, he performs the same pastimes in this world. Generally, Krishna is worshipped by the devotees with a reverential attitude. In a reverential attitude, means with full of reverential adoration, respect. But if you see, that is not pleasing to Krishna. Krishna wants all his devotees to render service out of another love, out of spontaneous love and affection. This is what Krishna expects from his devotees. All the friends, covered boys of Krishna, we can see how they played with Krishna like his friend. Krishna enjoyed that one. When Krishna was playing like childhood pastimes, when he was not fed properly by Mother Yashoda because she wanted to attend, she kept a boil over the stove, she wanted to attend. Krishna became very angry because my mother did not feed me properly. Out of anger, he took one stone and broke the butter pot and took all the butter and started eating and gave butter to all the monkeys. When Mother Yashoda came and saw that he performed this naughty activity, she took a stick and started running behind him to beat him. So he started running. Mother Yashoda could not catch him at all. Finally, when Krishna understood Mother Yashoda is very tired, he allowed himself to be bound. So then Mother Yashoda, by seeing Krishna was crying because Krishna understood mother will beat me. When Mother Yashoda saw that child is crying, and immediately Mother Yashoda put this stick and she wanted to bind him. So although fear personified is afraid of Krishna, nevertheless Krishna is afraid of his mother. This sight was bewildering to Kunti. Therefore she is saying, my dear Lord Krishna, I am bewildered by this incident. Although fear personified is afraid of you, nevertheless you are afraid of your mother's punishment. Kunti knew the position of Lord Krishna, about the exalted position of Lord Krishna, whereas Yashoda Mata, she was not aware of Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, she cannot punish Krishna. But Krishna wants that kind of enjoyment. Krishna accepts the chastisement of his devotee more cheerfully than the Vedic hymns. Krishna accepts the blastings of the gopis more pleasingly than the Vedic hymns chanted by perfect Brahmanas. Krishna likes this kind of things. In this way, Krishna performed his transcendental pastimes in Vrindavana to attract all the souls towards him. So it was bewildering to Kunti Maharani. Then Kunti started saying how Krishna takes birth in different families. My dear Lord, some say that you have taken birth to glorify the pious kings. Some says that you have taken birth in the family of Yadu to please King Yadu, who is your devotee. Some say that you have, due to the prayers of Devaki and Vasudeva, you have appeared as their son. And some say that because Mother Earth was overburdened by the many powerful kings, as a result, she went to Lord Brahma to seek the solution. Lord Brahma offered prayers to you. As a result, you have taken birth to relieve the burden earth. Yet some other people says, you appeared to rejuvenate devotional service by chanting, hearing, and the glories of your Lordship. Common people, when they take this chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord, naturally they become free from the contamination. O my Lord Krishna, anyone who takes to the process of devotional service, particularly chanting, hearing your glories, naturally they will see your lotus feet and they will not see the repetition of birth and death. So generally, we take devotional service provided if we hear from pure devotees about the transcendental activities of the Lord. When we hear from unauthorized source, we cannot understand Krishna, nor we can chant about the holy name of the Lord. For example, before Prabhupada went to US, there are many people went to US, and even in India, many people, so many hundreds of Bhagavad Gitas are there. How many people chanted the holy name of Krishna? How many people accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead? Although people have read hundreds of years, still they have not accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? Because it's not a bona fide. If one accept the bona fide spiritual master and they hear from him, then they will be able to appreciate, they will be able to accept Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. They will chant and hear the glories of the Lord. Therefore, one should hear from the glories of the hear from the pure devotees. Then Kunti Maharani next said, my dear Lord, no, you execute all your duties. No, you are leaving from here. You are leaving from us. See, we completely depend upon you. If you leave, what will happen? Because you are here, because of you are in Hastinapura, due to the impression of your lotus feet, our kingdom appears to be beautiful. When you leave Hastinapura, it will be no longer beautiful. As long as you are there, our kingdom, cities, villages started flourishing. Cows started giving so much milk. Mother Earth started producing so much grains. And hills produces so much minerals. And rivers filled with full of water. And ocean produced so many jewels. This is all due to your glance. So you see, without Krishna's mercy, we cannot get all things and all. It's all due to Krishna's mercy. So Kunti offered wonderful prayers. Then last, she offered a few prayers. First, Kunti acknowledged the exalted position, supreme position of Krishna in the first few verses. The next few verses, Krishna, Kunti acknowledged the protection given by Krishna to her sons, how he remained Bhaktavatsala, then the so-called worldly moralist. Then Kunti acknowledged how Krishna takes birth in different families in order to glorify devotees. Devotees are always eager to glorify Krishna. Similarly, Krishna also always eager to glorify his devotees. Therefore, he takes birth the family of his devotees to glorify devotees. And next, Kunti acknowledges, due to the presence of Lord, how the cities and the villages started flourishing. Her kingdom, Hastinapura, started flourishing because of Krishna's mercy. The last few verses, Kunti acknowledged how one can attain pure devotional service unto Krishna. She prayed, Atta Vishveshe Vishvakam Vishwamurte Svakeshame Sneha Pasham Imam Sindu Dridam Pandishu Rishnishu. My dear Lord, please sever the ties of affection for my family members, namely Vrishnis and Pandavas. Kunti wanted to cut the attachment. Generally, a woman is attached to father's side and husband's side. Father's side is Vrishni and husband's side is Pandavas. So she does not want to get attached to either father's side or husband's side. She wanted to think of Krishna alone. She does not want anything. A devotee wanted to cut off this family connection. Why? For the higher purpose. For higher purpose. Generally, we are attached to a family, wife, relatives, all, country. Why? Due to ignorance, bodily concept of life. Due to this bodily concept of life, we are attached to all these things. Therefore, we think everything in terms of I and mine. Pumsa striya mituni bhav metu tayor mitu hriday gandhum ahu ato grakshetra sutaptavte janasya mohum aham mameti. The attraction between the male and female is the basic cause of this material existence. Who says? Rishabhadeva. 2 is 100 sons. The basic principles of material existence is attraction between the male and female. As a result, it ties the hearts of male and female and gradually expand to think, my family, house, wife, children, house, community, society. In this way, one increases his delusion, his ignorance, and always thinks everything in terms of I and mine. The mission of human life is achieved when one gives up the bodily concept of life. This can be achieved only by associating with the devotee. When one hears about the glories of Lord in the association of devotees, naturally it develops detachment from family. Therefore, the Goswamis, all the great 6 Goswamis, cut off their connection with family members. Why? For the sake of delivering others. Therefore, Kunti also wants that to give up her attachment towards Pandavas and Rishnis, like Madhvacharya. Generally, he was young. He also gave up the attachment for father, mother. He cut off the attachment. He was 12-year-old. He generally required mothers and fathers' care and love. Nevertheless, he cut the ties of affection for father and mother and took sannyasa at the age of 12-year-old. Why? For preaching. So devotees always, they cut off their attachment towards family member for the sake of higher purpose. And at the same time, like a great personalities like Karda Muni, Sudama, Rantideva, they were all grastas, householders. They had children. Nevertheless, they did not get entangled. Why? Because the wife helps husband. Husband can discharge his spiritual duty. Wife also get benefit, husband also get benefit. None of them got entangled. Like a Saubhari Muni. He got 50 wife. He married 250 daughters of Mandata. He enjoyed. After some time, he was frustrated. He left everything, went to forest. All these 50 devotees, all the 50 wives followed Saubhar Rishi. And all the 50 devotees helped Saubhar Rishi in his spiritual duty. Therefore, not only Saubhar Rishi went back home, he took all his 50 wives also. So, when husband renders a devotional service unto Krishna, when the wives and children engaged, helps the husband in executing a devotional service, none of them will get entangled. All of them will go back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, Chaitanya says, wherever you are there, doesn't matter. One may be a Grahastha or Brahmachari or Vanaprastha, anybody, but perform devotional service in the assembly of devotees. In this way, one can go back home, back to Godhead. Then Kunti next says, Fahimaye Ananya Vishya Madhupade Sakrat Ratim Udvata Dadda Gangevagum Udanvadi. Oh my dear Lord, just like a Ganges rivers flows to the ocean without any diversion. Similarly, let my attraction be drawn to you alone without being diverted to anyone else, particularly either to Rishnis or Pandavas. Let my attraction be drawn to you alone without being diverted to anyone else. So pure devotional service, perfection of pure devotional service is attained when all our attention focused towards Krishna alone and engaged in devotional service. Generally, when you are, so the so-called attachment for wife, children, family is nothing but the sense gratification. When the desire is changed for the satisfaction of the Lord, that is called devotional service. So Kunti offered such a wonderful prayers and Krishna was completely satisfied. Krishna was completely satisfied at the time. Actually, Kunti prayed to Lord so that Lord will remain with Pandavas. Because devotees like Pandavas cannot live without the Lord's association. The separation from the Lord is like a very difficult for them. It's like a fish out of the water. The separation of the Lord is like a thunderbolt for the Pandavas. Therefore, they don't want Krishna to leave. Therefore, Kunti offered so that Krishna can stay for some more time with us. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj came. Krishna wanted to leave after hearing. Krishna smiled at Kunti and he was about to leave. At the time, Yudhishthira Maharaj came and told him, my dear Lord, please don't leave. Please stay with us. So Krishna could not deny. Although he has got completely freedom to go to Dwaraka, nevertheless, he could not disobey his devotees' request. He was bound by loving affection of Pandavas. Therefore, Krishna stayed with the Pandavas for some more time. Yudhishthira Maharaj, still he was lamenting. He thought he committed sinful activity for killing many people. In spite of advised by sages like headed by Vyasa and Krishna, still he could not give up his grief. He was lamenting and he said, oh my Lord, please see me, how sinful I am. Unnecessarily I have killed many boys, brahmanas, preceptors, friends, relatives. Though I live millions of years, I shall not be relieved from hell that awaits me for all the sins that I committed. Thus Yudhishthira Maharaj was filled full of grief due to killing his friends and relatives on the battlefield. This is the summary of this chapter. Let us see what Krishna is going to tell to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.